Let's go straight to the president. He's
Gone
speaking
away.
from
I
FEMA.
am committed to you and the recovery of the island. We'll stand by you for however long it takes to get it done. I know the folks here at FEMA and across the federal government are working nonstop around the clock. That's why finally, I want to thank the first responders, the National Guard, the Coast Guard service members, and the search and rescue personnel who are working to get people to safety and to restore power, water, and phone lines. And I want to thank everyone here at FEMA and other federal personnel. I've seen you in action all across the country, from the West Coast to the Northwest to the Northeast to down in Louisiana, all across this country.
All right, I had some feed issues there with the president, but he's also obviously at FEMA, and their work is about to really get underway. This is what they are there to do, is respond to situations. Let's go back to it.
And you get called up, you can still keep your job. But if you're in a FEMA reserve, that's not the case. That's why early this morning, I signed into law the Bipartisan Crew Act, championed in the Senate by Gary Peters and Rob Portman, in the House by Dina Titus and John Katko. And we signed it. That law will ensure that FEMA reservists have job protection just like military reservists. So when you're called up to help with a disaster, you can now focus on that mission without worrying you might lose your job, your day job, or receive some other penalty at work because of this national service. That's what the Crew Act guarantees. And it's going to help people become gain more civilian reservists out there. And it's going to make FEMA stronger. It's going to make America stronger. That's who we are. Every time disaster strikes, emergency crews from all over the country, from across the federal government show up to help like they're doing right now in Florida. That's America. A country of women and men willing to serve, willing to leave their own families to help a stranger's family. Everyone hard at work in Florida right now deserves our thanks. And when the conditions allow it, I'm going to be going to Florida to thank them personally so we don't get in the way. I'll do our best. We're going to do our best to build Florida back as quickly as possible, but we're not going to be leaving. We're going to build it back with the state and local government. However long it takes, we're going to be there. That's my commitment to you. I want to now turn it over to Secretary Mayorkas.
Sure. Mr. President, do you plan to meet with Governor DeSantis when you're down there?
I'll meet with everybody who's around. The answer is yes, if he wants to meet.
Do you plan to go to Puerto Rico as well?
That's my intention.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Our hearts go out to the people in the affected areas. At DHS, our highest priority is the preservation of life and safety. DHS is working with our federal, state, local, and non-governmental partners to support the needs of the areas that are and may be impacted by Hurricane Ian. I want to thank the President for his leadership in signing the major disaster declaration that unlocks critical assistance to help jumpstart impacted Floridians' road to recovery. FEMA and the United States Coast Guard are focused on life-saving and life-sustaining response operations, and we are launching the recovery mission. The Coast Guard has completed extensive preparations in advance of Hurricane Ian to minimize impacts to maritime commerce, ensure public safety, and position ourselves for a rapid response. Currently, the Coast Guard has aircraft, cutters, flood response assets, and response personnel staged throughout Florida ready for immediate deployment. FEMA has teams in place who are ready to help those who need it most. We have thousands of our personnel deployed throughout the Department of Homeland Security, not only from FEMA and the United States Coast Guard, but also from our Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency and from TSA. Today, I will be activating the DHS Surge Capacity Force so that we can bring to bear additional personnel from across the department to support disaster survivors in Florida. When a catastrophic event hits, DHS approaches response and recovery work with a full expanse of our resources and our capabilities. Our work in support of those affected by Ian will continue in the days, weeks, and months to come This is not just a here today and gone tomorrow. We are here, as the President has articulated, throughout the need for full recovery. In that regard, with respect to Puerto Rico, as the President mentioned yesterday, I approved a temporary and targeted Jones Act waiver to ensure that the people of Puerto Rico have sufficient diesel to run generators needed for electricity and the functioning of critical facilities as they recover from Hurricane Fiona. We are in it for the long haul. Now, it's my pleasure to turn it over to Administrator Deanne Criswell of FEMA.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I would first like to, again, begin by thanking the President for being here in FEMA's National Response Coordination Center. This is the heartbeat of what we do right here. This is where we bring the federal family together. These are some amazing public servants. I'd also like to thank the President for signing the CREW Act earlier this morning. Mr. President, behind us here are dedicated public servants from across the federal family. Behind us are the dedicated public servants who have been working tirelessly, day in and day out, to get help to those who need us most. These are the dedicated public servants who have put the needs of others before their own. And these are the public servants that we count on to respond to America's worst day. This is what the full force of the federal family looks like right here behind me. I'd like to recognize—
You've been watching a press conference from FEMA with the President and FEMA officials, disaster officials, as they continue to prepare for how they're going to respond, and they are already responding, certainly, to Southwest Florida, but really this is going to be a statewide response here. They mentioned the thousands of citizens, the reservists, disaster reservists. That's something my grandfather did for years, and he would be gone for 3, 4, 5 months at a time because they only are deployed when there is a significant disaster to respond to, and when they do, they are there until everything is in order and everything is ready to go. But it's a job that, again, public service, she mentioned it and talked about the importance of those folks. It's so critical to have those federal funds, something the President unlocked by signing the CREW Act this morning, unlocking those federal funds.
Yes, and millions of dollars donated as well. If you're looking for a way to help the Florida Disaster Fund, you can text disaster to 20222, and they are asking for donations there. You can also sign up to volunteer yourself. You know, they have FEMA, they have the Coast Guard, they have the National Guard deployed. The governor said that search and rescue has been happening since 1 a.m. out there in that hardest hit area out in the Southwest. So, you know, like she just said, dedicated public servants are what we need at this point to be the hands and feet to get everybody, you know, to safety and to fully recover from this.